Hello, and today I'm going to talk about Daniel Tosh, a controversial comedian. He has had great success throughout the years. He's sold out tours, he has his own television show, he's on top of the world. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have his fair share of controversy. Let me define what controversial means. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, controversial is an adjective that means giving rise or likely to give rise to public disagreement. This has obviously happened to Daniel Tosh in many of his stand-up routines. The one routine that I am going to focus on today is his Happy Thoughts, which was a live televised broadcast for Comedy Central in 2011. There is one joke in particular that I really want to focus on. This joke is called Top That. It's actually a joke about he and his sister's prank war that ends with her getting raped. Very controversial, and it had a lot of backlash. Now, this isn't the only joke that he has made in the past that is considered taboo. In fact, he does this all the time. It helps with his image. It is just who he is. He likes to offend everyone and anyone all the time. In order to understand the full extent of this video, I will insert a clip now.
Always told me I have a sick sense of humor. What do you say to that? I assume it's relative. Who are you comparing me to? Carrot Top? Then yeah, I'm a little blue. To my circle of friends, I'm tame. My sister's off the charts. I play practical jokes on her constantly, though. I got her so good a few weeks ago. I replaced her pepper spray with silly string. Anyway, that night, she got raped. And she called me the next day going, "You son of a bitch! You got me so good." No. As soon as I started spraying him in the face, I'm like, "Daniel! This is gonna really hurt."
The reason that this joke can be considered controversial is because it is talking about a taboo subject, rape. Something that in our society we don't tend to talk about. Something that we have an issue with in our culture, but it makes us feel uncomfortable. Now, this brings up the question, why would he joke about something like this if he knows that it's going to make people offended? Jokes that Daniel Tosh makes us feel uncomfortable, as explained in Tafoya's book, The Legacy of the Wisecrack. He explains that we have Puritan roots and that their values are still embedded into us today. They didn't talk about sex because it was lustful and against their religion. So, these values have followed us through the years, and is something still today that we don't talk about. It makes us cringe just because it is a social norm. Tosh is actually breaking the social norm by talking about these things, making us feel uncomfortable. Beatrice Otto explains in her article about the history of the jester. Daniel Tosh is a modern-day jester. He is taking on the role of critiquing society, critiquing the king's court, which can be considered society. He is making sure to bring forth these problems and issues that he sees in our society to make us more aware of what's going on. By doing this, we can then make the change that he wants to be seen. It's really quite brilliant. He makes us feel uncomfortable just so things will change. It works. Daniel Tosh uses his place in society to critique and also advocate for social change. He does a great job of this, and I'm sure he will continue to do so. Daniel Tosh may be controversial, but that's what makes him successful. He has a ton of fans that expect this controversy all the time. His use of the incongruity theory, the relief theory, and being a jester all right to use this controversial nature of his. His controversial nature causes him to be as popular as he is.